Hello everybody, welcome back to another Traunstein Mod for Expert Mode 101 video. And I suppose sort of, not a guide, but I'm getting quite alright of this loco now. So I'll sort of try and simply explain how you get everything going, how everything works. So let's hop in. Let's hop in and get everything set up. First things first, let's get people on board. So we'll whack that in, set that to forward and open the doors. We'll sort of just do the simple things to begin with. Set you to headlights reduced, brake key, all just sort of standard stuff. Set that to dark mode because light mode's horrible. Same with you as well. And get the headlights sorted as well. There you go, headlights. Make sure the parking brake is released, which most of the time it is, and also the AFB. So we'll whack that's just down there. We'll whack that on as well. GSMR. Now on to sort of the slightly more expert stuff. So at the moment it's not happy with us because we're not on the Austrian network. We're on the German network, which we're in Austria currently. So we've got to change the networks. We'll do menu, Nitzwell manual, enter. And we want GSMR A, so GSMR Austria. Enter. That will now fire that up. There we go. And now we press ZD, so that's number 9. And we put in our train number, which the train number can be found on the coaches. So we're 216. So 216. And then enter that. And then we've got the FZST. Basically you'll always be TF1, which is leading loco, so we're the leading locos. Enter. And then you've got the EVU, which is the train operating company. With DB Fernwerk, they sort of operate the long distance regional express services. So yeah, Fernwerk. Quickly press 9 again. And then number 5, which basically registers that information. So it's now registering. There we go. Click the W menu. You can see that the train electric supply is off at the moment, so we'll quickly turn that on. So while that's a start, there you go. That's now happy. And we've also got to do the what screen is this one on? There you go. That one there. And then number 1, the ZDE. So this train's a little bit different, this variant, the MFD. This thing here would be the panel, which on the other versions you have here. So it's just digital in this one. So what we need to do is we are the BRA would be 9. For it's a passenger train, so 9. Our brake reservoir thingamajiggy, that's 18. It's basically always 18. Our length, we're 256 meters, so we need to round that to the nearest or the next 10. So that will be 260. So we do 26. And then our top speed is 200 kilometers an hour. So we then put again 20 in. 20 and then enter, and then you've then got to enter it again to confirm it. There you go, and then this comes up and it's like, uh-oh, what have I done? It's flashing me and getting annoyed. What we need to do here is just acknowledge the PZB, so like that. There you go, and now we're fine. And now in fact we actually are ready to go. We've got to set the AFB to 40. Get the doors shut, so right side doors. Quick check of the loco. Yep, that looks fine, and we're ready to go. That's it. That's all there is for setting up. Now we can get moving. So Freilassing is our next station stop. It takes a little bit of oomph to get the train moving. And the faults should already be on. Yeah, it's already on, so it's a fault simulation active. There we go. We could turn it up, the fault, sort of how many, sort of the chances of getting a fault. We could turn it up. Maybe we'll do that Freilassing. Show you how to turn it up. So yeah, it does seem a bit daunting, but it's not actually too bad. So the startup procedure. Obviously, if you're doing it from cold, so from no power, it's going to be a bit more to it. But in service mode, you don't really get that, so don't need to worry about it. And we're going to split this journey into two as well. So on this one, we'll probably go as far as, let's have a look. Where should we go as far as on this one? Yeah, probably go as far as Traunstein on this one, which is about 25 minutes. And that'll be part 2, which then does the rest to Rosenheim. It's quite a long route, this one. So one full video will be like an hour and 15 minutes at least, which would take a very long time to upload. Especially as these German routes always seem to hunk out a bigger file size as well for the upload. Don't know why. But like that up. So at the moment we got no faults. If we get a fault, it will start flashing yellow on the bottom right of that screen there. That's where you know something's gone wrong. Just getting the speed up. It's not too far to the first stop, fortunately. There we go. Go about 100 for now. Maybe it's actually 110. Well, it does go up to 120 round here. Yeah, 120. So the Austrian signage is a little bit different to the German signage, but not like a lot different. So up to 120. Let's see if we're blaring out. And then we've also got a neutral section as well, I suppose, basically on the border between Austria and Germany. We've got the border. So there's also a neutral section there, which I now know how to successfully do a neutral section. As before we kept losing the train supply and then it wouldn't come on, then we had to, yeah. We were doing it slightly incorrectly. But in the UK, we were doing it right for the UK, but wrong in Germany. Austria. Right, I'm going to just coast the power for now. We won't need any more. And fairly soon we'll be coming up to the border bridge. And that is where we then need to set the main circuit breaker to open. Which is extremely easy to do. Don't be like, oh my god, what have we got to do? And I'm also going to start slowing down here to 80. It is a bit further up, but it's better to do it now than sort of when you're trying to faff about with the neutral section. Or 90, wherever it's coming down to. Yeah, we've got 1000 Hertz magnet anyway. So that's sort of like, oh, you know, get ready for the neutral section. That sign there. There we go, and then coming up to the point where we need to do the circuit breaker. So we've got to do that now, so we'll do that to open. There you go, you can sort of hear it's gone a bit quiet. There you go, here's the neutral section. So the circuit breaker's to open, and now we can set it back to closed. I'll also just do that to that as well. But then we're coming into Freilassing now anyway, so We don't really need to have any power, so it's quite good. You can sort of just coast into it whilst it's booting back up. Here we are. This is Freilassing. Here we are. I'm just going to do that again, actually. $260 meters, so looking out for the correct board. So for our freight out, 260 was a little bit before. Doesn't matter too much, this will do. Slightly quick stop, but here we are, that will do. So we need to get our power on actually. Oh wait, do your thing, you should be set to closed. Oh, maybe it didn't completely get the click the first time. That sounds a lot better. Yeah, we're alright. Here we are, Freilassing. And then yeah, Traunstein after this. Yeah, slightly firm stop, but yeah, that's alright. In fact, had we stopped at that? Oh no. Yeah, hang on. If we had stopped at the 260, we would have actually been... That back door might have actually been where it says no walking. Right, let's do that. And we shall get going again. Oh, we didn't do the... right, okay, we'll leave that. And let's go. So we've got no faults at the moment. And they're only going to become a problem if you set the chaos factor to 99. Where something will break every minute or so. I mean, realistically, that's not going to happen. So you probably want the chaos factor between probably what, 1 and 10? Probably even 1, that's probably a sort of a realistic place to have it. And yeah, Traunstein's up next, which is quite a way away. I believe it's on kilometre board 53. So we're at 81 at the moment, so it's about 30, near enough 30 kilometres away to the next stop. I mean, the game says 25, but that's if you're a bird just flying straight to it in a straight line. There's the old turntable there. Up to 140. Might as well whack it up now. And shortly going up to 160. Oh, something we didn't do, which we actually do need to do now. We'll quickly do it now before we get too far away. Probably have to turn on the HUD for this quickly. We've got to change the network to Germany. So GSMRD, enter, there we go. And it keeps all of our details, so there you go, it's all done. Just make sure to do that either at Freilassing or like there, just as you leave. As it's quite important to do. We missed the 160 whilst we were doing that. So up to 160. There you go. Drop the hammer, full speed. Hopefully audio is okay. See if there we go, yeah. Don't worry. So the lights do look a bit red, don't they? But the headlights are on, so no, they do look a bit red. But the headlights, yeah, from a distance they look quite red, don't they? But don't worry, it is the headlights. It can quite easily trick you there. Oh, for a second I was like, oh my god, really? I've kept the tail lights on, but no. We're fine. There's a 110 not too far away we've got to keep an eye out for. As if you don't, it will get angry. Yeah, so the MFD variant of the 101 is, in a way, almost, it feels a bit more modern. Like you've got the more modern screen there. It's actually a bit sort of fit for ETCS. So it is almost like a more modern style 101. Basically. Still a bit further along to the 110. See the warning board coming up for it. And if you don't slow down quick enough, the train will put the emergency brakes on. But one thing I saw on Train Sim World's Instagram was that the train actually can mist up. Like if you do fog or cold weather and the window heating fails, it actually does start to sort of mist up, which is really cool. Sort of a hidden little thing. Show you a bit of the horn. See, there we go. Oh, further reduction of speed. What's this? 100. Bit slow. I think there's Teissendorf before Traunstein. So probably coming up to that. But yeah, I wonder what routes we'll see now. Maybe TSG will develop another route where we can run this train on. Maybe that'll be their next project. So almost like the one where it's sort of not just the 101, but sort of dominated by the 101. Lovely mountainous scenery on this route. See, from not playing this route quite a lot, from not playing this route much, so we've been playing it loads recently. Just need the same attention for Semmeringbahn, which I still haven't played since April. Hope to change that soon. I'll do another 2-parter journey or something on it. About 16 kilometers until we need to start slowing down. And this is Teissendorf. Which we don't get the pleasure of stopping at. Straight through. Let's get a little photo coming through here. Those lights do look quite red though, don't they, from a distance. It's quite good there with the sunlight on it. Nice and basic, but it does the job. Oh. There we go. That's our photography done. Has anyone seen this loco in real life or been pulled along by this loco? Personally, no. Although this train, actually, there is something you might have, sort of in a way, you might have already driven this train on the game without actually owning it. If you've got New York Trenton, the ALP 46 is actually based off this train. So if you like that train, you might like this train. Well, this train's a lot better. At least it's got normal brakes. The ALP 46 is horrible, isn't it? The brakes on there. "14 kilometres until we sort of start slowing down. Round we go. So it's 101.000-0, is that correct? Or maybe that generally is actually one of the numbers of the 101, first ever one maybe. Quite curly this section. We're going about 60 miles an hour here. Yeah, about 60. It's like a mix of speeds, this route. Sort of the two sort of ends of it are quite quick. Then once you get to the middle, it's just a bit slow. But it's sort of one of those routes where you can be like, okay, I can see why we're going slow. So you got all these twists and turns. What's the Ebula saying for 66? 110. No, not just yet. We might have a 110 coming up. See that? Or has anyone been on this route in real life? Very pretty. There's the 110. Let's wait for the back of the train to pass that. And up to 110. There we go. So about 10 kilometres now until we need to start putting the brakes on. There's the cat ace again. See if that, there we go, yeah. So we trundle along. I would say that's probably actually one of Dovetail Games' best looking German routes. Now we got what came out after? We had Semmering, but that was Austria. But I'd say I think the scenery on this probably actually is better. It's really just a really nice, well looking route, and it was also one of the first where all the foliage is actually quite close to the line as well. 130. Hey, a little bit quicker. Probably won't last long though. Be straight back down in a minute. See that? And there we go. We're at 130. With about 8 kilometres to go until we need to start thinking about slowing down. Well, I was saying, I think for Traunstein you actually do get brought down by the signals. Well, as you do if you're going the other way. You sort of have to come off of the main track and onto sort of a side loop. Don't know about this way though. See that? It's just the chilled out nature of German routes though, and just being in the 101 as well. The 101 has always sort of been my favourite German train to drive, so I'm really glad that was the one which actually got the expert upgrade. This one I actually do quite like. You got a 110 coming up. Cool. There's the 60-kilometre board. And Rosenheim, I think, is at 0. So yeah, we got 60 kilometres still until Rosenheim. So that's about 40 miles. So it's a long old drive. Hence the reason we're splitting it in two. There we go. $59. And back up to 130. I'm pretty certain you do get brought down for Traunstein though. Or if not, we'll just be ready to stop. But I was at 53, but we'll start slowing down at 54. I think it's also 100. Was it 90 or 100 through it? So we'll have to slow down from 130. Put the blind down a little. I picked that sort of time of day where it's just like the sun blazing down on the track. $57. Got green there, that's fine. $56. Getting there. We are getting there to Traunstein. So one of the bigger gaps. And the next big gap is Traunstein to Premium Chimsey. That's like another sort of 30 odd kilometres. Right, I'm starting getting ready to slow down for Traunstein. I'm not completely certain if it is going to slow us down anyway. We've got just over 2 kilometres until the station. Well, that comes up pretty quickly as kilometres are quite small. Now we've got a warning here anyway for a 70. That's alright. There we go. That should be, yeah, that's 70. Right, so we're coming into our second station stop of Traunstein, and that's where this part of the video will end. And the next part will be out either already or shortly. I won't leave you hanging on this epic journey. There's a 111. Don't like driving that loco. It's like a 110, but it's like more difficult. The mountains though, beautiful. The clouds on them as well. Coming at a fairly decent speed as well. We should be right to the end here. See, there we go. All the dangly lights and stuff. See the end of the platform. Nice variety in stock here. You got 425, 628, a 363 over there. Quite a bit going on. Nice gentle stop as well this time. Hopefully. That'll do. Right, open the doors. Well, that is going. Actually, I can really quickly change the chaos factor just so we can see that. We'll put it up to 4 chaos factor. There we go. And I'm also going to change that screen as well. There. Well, that is going to be everybody for part 1 of this journey to Rosenheim. Hopefully, oh, that's gone all blurry. It's weird. Yeah, that's going to be for part 1. Hopefully, everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found all the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, see you all hopefully in the next one for part 2. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.